Sarah, welcome to the Daily English Show. The video I recommend today is called Abilities. It was the winner of an amateur journalism contest on YouTube. I think it's an interesting story. It's about a community in the United States called Camp Hill. This is how someone in the video describes Camp Hill. The idea of Camp Hill is to really create intentional communities with and for people who are developmentally disabled. Don't be taken aback by the word disabled. Everybody has abilities, and those abilities can create a very strong and viable and vital community. In the Acadia report today, more comparisons of living on and off campus.
Because you're not stuck with Sodexo/Chartwells and their food, you get to decorate your room how you want to. I found it's cheaper. It's definitely cheaper. You can have parties at your house. You can sleep in late and you're not bugged by fire alarms going off at 2 a.m. in the morning. You're not at the beck and call of RAs and SRAs if they want to have a meeting or some form of get-together in their lounge area in the middle of the week. If you come home late, there's no problem for you to walk in and put loud music on because you probably don't have roommates if you live off campus in a one-bedroom and a bachelor. If you do have roommates, you're probably friends with the person, so you know who you're living with. You're not with a total stranger. Living off campus also gives you the opportunity to cook your own food, so you don't have to be subjected to, well, what Meal Hall considers edible. You can buy lots of stuff and put it in the apartment to decorate it, make it look homey, just like how you would at home back in your own place, wherever you came from. You can take all that stuff with you when you leave. You're not subject to have the place looking exactly how you had it when you left. If damage happens, you do have someone you can call and they have to fix it right away. You're protected by the Tenancy Act. So if your landlord's being an idiot, you just have to call them up and they deal with him for you. I don't know, I just like living on campus better.
Kia ora, in Stick News today, a fire broke out in a fire station in Nagoya, Japan. Yesterday, a firefighter was cooking dinner for the crew at a fire station. His co-workers were out on a call, so he was at the station alone. Then he was called out. A fire department official said in his haste to respond to the call, he forgot to turn the stove off. 10 fire trucks from other stations put the fire out. And that was Stick News for Thursday, the 29th of January. Kia ora.
This is my third winter in a row here in Niseko. Recently? It's been epic. Unbelievable. My 3 years here. Last week, I think on Wednesday, I've never seen a one-day overnight dump of snowfall like that before. And it's just, past few days, I've had my best days ever here in Niseko. Just amazing. The mountains there, it's more of a typical mountain range that you see. And so the elevation is higher and it's steeper. And there's a little more terrain. But the snow is a little bit heavier, a little wetter, and a little less reliable. They don't get as much snow, but sometimes they get big dumps. Whereas here, the mountain's pretty mellow, but the powder is real deep and dry.
Today's word is viable. Adjective, that can be done, that will be successful. People often talk about viable options. If something is not a viable option, it means that yes, it's an option, we could do it, but if we did it, we wouldn't be successful. I found this example online. An e-tagging system is not a viable option for the monitoring of asylum seekers. That was in a letter to the editor of an Australian newspaper, and the letter explains why they think that option wouldn't be successful. Has the economy affected business in Niseko? Have lots of companies gone bankrupt? Is it really expensive for Australians to come to Niseko now? Almost double. Yeah, that sounds like a lot more. Yeah, I think it has. Apparently lots of Australians cancelled their trips this year. I don't think lots have, but maybe a couple. Not really sure. Well, it's almost double what it was last year. Yeah, so for example, a glass of beer is usually around 500 yen. So Australians used to say, oh, it's only about $5, it's really cheap. But now they're like, oh, $10 for a beer. Then again, I think some people who go on holidays to ski resorts have so much money they might not care if the price is doubled or tripled. What did the students say about living off campus? A. It's more expensive than living on campus. B. It's cheaper than living on campus. B. A. You can have parties. B. You can't have parties. A. You're bugged by fire alarms. B. You're not bugged by fire alarms. B. A. You can play loud music. B. You can't play loud music. A. You can cook your own food. B. You can't cook your own food. A. And that was the Daily Englisher. See you tomorrow. Bye.